appreciated Marty. He went back to school and took civil engineering and survey. That's what he's doing now. But he has more than he can do. And made about 60,000 last year. Working like he wants to, so it's not about that.
the audience please remain standing for the invocation? The invocation will be given by Kamal Dahl, a graduating senior of Norman High School.
Let us pray. Dear Father, one of life's many endeavors has reached an end. The season is now changing, and the child is yearning to grow. The eager ambition and enthusiasm which lies in each of us will lead us to discover numerous avenues to explore and conquer. May each one of us turn our disquietude into positive energy, put forth to achieve our countless goals and capture our every dream. May we all utilize and share the valuable knowledge gained from our experiences and our encounters to ease the way for the ones around us, or perhaps even to benefit our society, our generation, and our world. As each year has passed, each one of us has strengthened our character and enhanced our personality. We have learned the value of truth, compassion, and honesty, attributes that we realize are necessary for the progress and success of our society, as well as for our own personal satisfaction and development. Each one of our lives has been wholeheartedly touched by the guidance of our loving parents, patient teachers, and dear friends. And for that, Lord, we give thanks. For each has provided unlimited support and happiness to ensure our personal accomplishments and excellent standards, both morally and academically. For all of us here tonight, the everlasting memories filled with special moments and treasured experiences will always be cherished, even as we envision the bright and enriching future which lies ahead of us. May we always be forever young at heart, and may God's blessings always be with us. Amen.
would like to introduce the platform guests at this time. On my far left, Ms. Kay Holliday, board member, Mr. Charles Hollingsworth, board member, Ms. Nancy O'Brien, assistant superintendent, Mr. Bill Sullivan, deputy superintendent, and Mrs. Jane Ingalls, president of the Board of Education. On my right, near right, Dr. James Gray, superintendent of schools, Mr. W.E. Duff, vice president of the Board of Education, and Mr. Pat Mays, board member. At this time, I'd like to present the Norman High School faculty. First, some individual names. Please stand as I call your name. Mrs. Eileen Grabowski, Mr. Laniel Gibson, Ms. Gail St. John, Ms. Mary Lou Farnham, Ms. Jan Carpenter, and Mr. Bill Fix. These teachers were selected by their fellow faculty members as Teacher of the Year nominees for Norman High School. 5 were chosen as finalists, and Mrs. Farnham was ultimately picked by a committee of her peers and honored as Norman's Teacher of the Year. I'm proud of this entire staff. We have outstanding teachers who make a real contribution to our city, state, and nation. Will the entire faculty please stand? The President of the Norman Board of Education, Mrs. Jane Ingalls, will now award the diplomas.
Members of the 1987 graduating class, faculty, family, and friends. It is a pleasure for me to be here tonight to see you in all your excitement, with a lot of laughter and perhaps a few tears as you end this first part of your life. A lot of enthusiasm and maybe a little anxiety as you begin this next part of your life. As most of you are aware, our graduation ceremonies consist of 2 events, baccalaureate and commencement. And the speech, which is generally known as the commencement address, no longer is given at commencement, but it is given at baccalaureate. So tonight I have only a few brief thoughts to express. During the next months and years, you will be making a concentrated effort to decide the kind of life and the kind of vocation you want for yourself. In the past 12 to 13 years, you have had the opportunity to explore and gain knowledge in many areas, and you are beginning to know where your interests lie. Now, along with asking yourself the question, what subjects or what kind of work interests me most, it is important, I think, to try to identify your overall lifetime goals. It may help if you ask yourself, do I want a family? If your answer is yes, then you might ask, what makes family life constructive and full of happiness rather than destructive and full of dissension? And is wholesomeness of my family and my part in making it that way more important to me than my job or my career? Your answers to these questions may be major factors in deciding what kind of vocation you want. On an even broader scale, the question might be, It is my goal in life to make my part of the world a better, or at least not worse, than when I arrived on the scene. If you consider success in life as achieving your greater overall life goals, you may find that your vocation plays only a minor role toward that effort. However, it seems to me that if most of your decisions in your vocation as well as in your private life lead you toward achieving those goals, no matter what the final outcome, you will feel a sense of inner peace, because you are not living a life where part of the time your actions support your goals and the rest of the time they actually undermine your goals. Instead, you are living a life that is an integrated whole, where your actions are true to yourself and your ideals, and you have maintained your integrity. Now, on behalf of the board and myself, I extend congratulations to you for having successfully completed the first 12 years of your formal education. And I also extend to you our best wishes as you continue to determine where your interests lie and what your lifetime goals will be. It is also my pleasure as President of the Board of Education for Oklahoma Independent School District number 29 to award diplomas to the 1987 class of Norman High School. Dr. Schiller will now present your diplomas.
Before presenting the class, I'd like to give you a few statistics on our class of 1987. The total number of seniors in the class is 631, which is more than 50 graduates more than we graduated last year. There are 301 boys, 330 girls. There are 18 midterm graduates, 8 seniors with a 4.0 grade point average, and the midpoint of the grade point average of this senior class is 2.61. There are 116 seniors with a grade point average of 3.5 or above carried over the first 7 semesters. We have an enviable set of statistics ahead of us here. 18 National Merit Commended Scholars, 2 National Merit semifinalists, and 9 National Merit finalists. Two students received $2,000 corporation National Merit Scholarships, and 6 students accepted 4-year National Merit College Scholarships. We will now present diplomas to the 1987 graduates of Norman High School. The assistant principals will hand out the diplomas to the students with whom they've worked. Our assistant principals are Ms. Julie Knatzer, Mr. David Gore, Ms. Kay Long, and Mrs. Sally Riley. Jimmy Liu, Michael Craig Adkins, Jeffrey Todd Carpenter, Barry Crowder, Jennifer Suzanne Lovin, Jenny Catherine McIntosh, Richard Ray McCowan, Carter Robert Miller, Holly Ann Battersby, Mr. Jim Brashear, Renee Lynn Danson, Deidre Suzanne Hammonds. Mark Troy Newcomer. Tracy Jane Quick. David Holbrook Smith. Lori Ann Toothaker. Mary Michelle Adams. Scott Carlton Adams. Shagufta Afzal. Brenda Lee Arrington. Michael Wayne Ackerman. Christian Michael Akey. Tammy Lynn Aldridge. Samantha Louise Alexander. David Moses Algazi. Amy Annette Allen. Millie Joanne Allen. Robert William Kipley Allen. David Anthony Anderson. Brandy Michelle Andrews. Whitney Chrisanne Appleby. Lori Ann Argo. Tanya Ivan Arhibai. Ricky Joe Arms. Shannon K. Arms. Timothy Wayne Avery. Sheila Marie Arnold. Clarence Lee Ashlock. Kimothy Lynette Atkinson. Kathleen Denise Atwood. Lisa Marie Austin. Matthew Frederick Babb. Michael Lewis Babb. Christopher James Babcock. Wayne Anthony Bailey. Carrie Michelle Baker. Melissa Baker. Sherry Sue Baker. Kimberly Ann Banks. Ethan Andrew Barker. John Patrick Barnachet. Beverly Michelle Barrett. Victor J. Barrett. Susan Elizabeth Bash. Amy Diane Baskett. Nancy Elizabeth Batchelor. Jenna Gale Bates. Christopher Martin Bauer. Anya Carol Bauman. Robert Baxter. Stephen Eugene Beck. Kimberly Ann Beery. Danielle Benderly. Gail Sherry Bennett. Danae Bishop. Frederick Christopher Blair. Alice Shalane Blair. Anna Marie Blankert, foreign exchange student, honorary diploma. John Jacob Block. Robert Edward Bly. Kelly Shannon Boggs. Natalie Shea Bonner. Shannon K. Booker. Alicia Jill Boscarelli. Elizabeth Michelle Boudreau. Patricia Lee Bowling. Samantha K. Madeline Christine Boxwell. Kevin Dwayne Boydston. Justin Howard Bradford. Colleen Marie Brannigan, Laura K. Brantley, Michael Jean Bread, Lauren Daniel Bredesen, Kimber Dawn Brewer, Anita K. Brock, Mark Allen Brockhouse, Danielle Christina Brahms, Brian Christian Brown, Christy Renee Brown, Dana Catherine Brown, Douglas Eben Brown, Susie Brown, Shirley Ann Brown, LaDon Jean Bruza, Amy Diane Bull, Carmen Felice Bumgarner, Catherine Lynn Burns, Jennifer Michelle Burkhalter, Carla Burris, Susanna Lynn Butcher, Raymond Camp, Kelly Dawn Campbell, Garrett King Campbell, Jared Carr, James Raymond Carson, Emma Jane Carson, Tandy Casey, Wendy Elaine Cassidy, Virginia McNeil Catlin, Ernest Chan, Kimberly Lynn Chapman, Philip Demetrius Karalampus, Jennifer K. Chastain, Cecilia Victoria Warren Chioco, David H. Chizzo, Justin Chowans, Lani Aloha Christian, Jonathan Dale Clark, Melinda Renee Clark, Jerry Clonch, Lynn Ann Cook, Donald L. Cochran, Charles Wayne Coelho, Corey Colbert, Lisa Michelle Cole, John Joseph Coleman, Andrew Michael Collins, Craig Combs, Lori Ann Cook, Angela Renee Cooper, Christine Friend Cooper, Todd Lamont Cope, Robert Blair Cornell, Norma Jean Kazi, Joseph Christopher Cox, Christopher Lee Cozart, Nikki Suzanne Cozart, Randall James Craddock II, Cynthia Diane Craddock, Tiffany Diane Craig, Stephen Robert Krevling, Rhonda Danielle Crocker, Rachel Lee Cross, Jennifer Louise Crow, Michael Duncan Crowley, Vicki Lynn Cronover, Stephen Buckley Culbert, Candace Renee Cumby, Shannon K. Dabney, John Michael Daly, Huey Dang, Bryson White Davis, Christopher Sean Davis, John William Day, Kelly Jean Day, Jason Todd Deere, Travis Lee Delaney, Michael Allen DeLauter, Holly Larice Benton Denny, Brent Dwayne Dennis. Christy Michelle Dennis. Gina Ray Deskin. Ninette Michelle DeLongchamp. Komal Dahl. Ronald Dean Dicken. Michael J. Dickinson. Gregory Scott Deal. Matthew Warren Ditzler. Tim Dobson. Sarah Elizabeth Dornas. Cynthia K. Doherty. Delisha Ann Doucette. Shauna Diane Doyabai. John David Dragoo. Andrew Patrick Drummond. Gregory C. Dumas. Lauren Calvin Dunaway II. Eric Hamilton Dunn. Greg Blackwood Durkee. Ann Elizabeth Dutcher. Brian Samuel Easley. Elena Elizabeth Eastman. Marnie Joe Eccles. Stephen Wayne Eccles. Craig Stephen Eckstein. Lori Elaine Edgen. Crystal Ann Edwards. Rebecca Lynn Edwards. Shannon Renee Edwards. Robin Janelle Elliott. Lori Ann Epperson. Scott David Etheridge. Cynthia Lee Evans. Shelley J. Evans. Karen Faye Eiler. Susan Michelle Farley. Don Michelle Farmer. James Brian Fixico. Michael Fink. Robert Joseph Fink. Mary Melinda Finley. Jacqueline Melissa Fisher. Kelly Kathleen Fitzgerald. Brent Allen Flutie. Lorian Louise Foote. Ricky Forsyth. John Carl Francis. Pamela Ann Frazier. Bruce Wayne Frederick. Bruce Gregory Friedrich. Kimberly Francis Friend. Jennifer Fries. Michelle Lynn Frickin. Christopher Dean Funk. Brent Thomas Gabert. Larissa Lynn Gaines. Christine Michelle Gall. Cynthia Maria Gambrelli. Renee Marie Gammels. Natalie Gail Gardner. Kristen Marie Gatewood. William Chester Garner III. Jeff Allen Garrettson. Larry Lynn Gilbert. Carl Lauren Gilchrist. Karen Jean Gill. Kelly Denise Goodwin. Kimberly Ann Goodwin. Martha Ruth Gore. Carrie Suzanne Goff. Kenny Grace. Benjamin Thomas Gray. Matthew Allen Gray. Cherie Louise Green. Kristen Elaine Gregg. Shannon Page Gresham. Deanna Marie Griffin. Johnny Scott Grimsley. Kelly Shea Grubb. Karen Haig. Connie Haig. Clina Leanne Haggard, Donna Lynette Truelove Hale, Jessica Ray Hall, Marcia Renee Hall, Dennis Hambrick, Richard Eric Hames, Sheila Elise Hamlin, Kevin Paul Hanley, Todd Hanley, John Lamar Hansford, Stephen Patrick Hare, Eric Edward Harmon, Brent Dwayne Harris, Chelsea Erika Harrison, Ebony Michelle Hart, Deborah Ann Hartman, Julia Renee Hardy, Sarah Hayden, Anna Lynn Helene, Sarah Lynn Helene, Laura Ellen Henderson, Daniel Talton Hendricks, Julie Janae Henry, Kimberly Corrine Hensley, Stephanie Henson, Trey Heron, Shay Nicole Hetherington, Tammy Dawn Hickman, Howard Krager Hill, John Edmund Hilliard, Doran Shane Hobbs, Shally Lynn Hobson, Paula K. Hodgen, Charla Michelle Hogan, Joy Denise Holt, Denise Michelle Hood, Danny Horowitz, Pamela A. Humphrey, Gary O. Hunt, Jr., Dennis Paul Hunter, Travis Todd Hunter, Kimberly Ann Hurst, Sarah K. Hussey, Jennifer Helene Empson, Malitza Arichina, Stacy Lee Ivy, Corey Elizabeth Jakubek, James Anthony Jarvis, Juliet Alicia Jarvis, Kimberly Diane Jane, Carl Jenkins, Robert Earl Jenkins, J. Manville Jenks III, Jeffrey Stephen Jurgensen, Krista L. Jimerson, Kimberly Lane Johnson, Laura Lee Johnson, Patrick Wayne Johnson, Troy Allen Johnston, Terry Renee Jordan, Sean Patrick Cahoe, Shane George Cars, Tammy Jo Casbon, David Neal Kading, Melanie Ann Kawecki, Carolyn Marie Keene, Patricia Margaret Kelly, Christy Lynn Kelso, William Keith Kennedy, Nuhak Katsisuan, Peth Katsisuan, Carolyn Jennifer King, Sean King, Matthew J. Kersner, Stephen L. Klein, Richard Wesley Knapp, Leanne Irene Knight, John Kerrigan Knowles, Kurt E. Koenig, Hope Naomi Kraft, Gregory Edward Coolidge, Matthew Edward Cuman, Darla Diane Lambert, David McMillan Lambert, Lisa Ann Langenbach, Sonia K. LaRue, Catherine Latze, John Thomas Lawson III, Michael Scott Lawson, Sarah Yolanda Leader, Leslie Karen Edgerwood, Russell Ray Lee, R. Brian Leach, Marla Jean Lejeune, Rhonda Meredith Lentz, Jacqueline Ann Letta, Lena Michelle Lynn, Jennifer Susan Lipke, Jennifer Louise Liscano, Richard Todd Little, Patrick Graham Livingston, Shelley Lorraine Logan, Christopher John Lone, Anthony Michael Lombardi, John McEachin Long, Shelley Ben Longman, William Ashton Longman, Holly K. Lovelace, Kelly Ray Lowry, Sandra Elizabeth Lutzy, Cassie K. Lynch, J. Walden Lynn, Tammy K. Manry, Lee Marks, Sharon Rochelle Marshall, Lori Renee Martin, Carla Diane Masters, Denise Radon Masters, Ariane Theresa Mays, David Adams McBride, Joseph McCarty, Mike McCarty, John Earl McCurry, Eric R. McCoy, Aaron Donnell McCrae, David Patrick McCurdy, Patrick McDermott, David McDonald, Mike McGahee, Terry Lynn Grog McKee, Brooks McMullen, Michael Leo McNair, Helen Crystal McNeil, Brian James McTasney, Lauren K. Meek, Stacy Lynn Miser, Jill Marie Melgren, Kenneth Scott Mendel, William Mercer, Gary Wayne Meyer, Stephen Douglas Meyer, Rochelle Mickelson, pardon me, Christopher Gerald Miller, Keith Ray Miller, Kevin Paul Milstead, Mike Miner, Miko Julie Anna, Angele Mondragon, Patty Lynn Montgomery, Cheryl Lynn Moore, Keith Randolph Moore, Patrick Mark Moore, Todd Allen Moore, Claudio Moreno III, Audrey Lynn Morgan, David Ross Morgan, Julie Ann Mooring, Dennis Ray Morin, April Denise Morris, Stacy Lynn Morris, Jacob Alexander Morrison, Kimberly Musser, Keith Naneman, Michael Allen Neal, James Paul Neely, James Eldon Neighbors, Shannon Faye Neal, James Allen Nett, William Henry New, Rachel Christine Nevels, Tara Michelle Nielsen, Dale Norman, Neka Victoria Nsanwu, William David Nunez, David Lynn Nunnally, Patrick Sean O'Brien, Carrie Lee Oldenburg, Michael Wayne Osborne, Tamara Kay Osborne, Kara Lee Parker, David Harlow Parks, Karen Elizabeth Para, Ty Patterson, Michael Peace, Christy Ann Peck, J. William Penn, Brandy Lynn Pepperman, Manfred Todd Perkins, David Frank Perry, Tammy Lynn Peters, Jean Ann Peterson, Adam Wayne Pettit, Joy Lynn Pettis, Patrick Edward Phillips, Sandra Lee Phillips, Philip David Pierce, Franklin L. Piercy III, Susie Pinkston, Wilson Kirk Pipestem, Keith Robert Pirtle, Melvin Carlos Platt III, Charmin Renee Poe, Shelley Renee Polston, Christopher Woods Porter, Gaitha Michelle Price, Joy Michelle Price, Cindy Jane Primrose, John Christopher Prosser, Tracy Diane Puckett, William Wiley Purswell, Brian M. Ramsey, Michelle Lee Randolph, Cheryl Diane Rainey, Curtis D. Rainey, Scott Edward Redden, Philip Warren Redwine Jr., Renee Reynolds, Christopher Ryan Rhodes, Richard Dean Rhodes, Marla Marie Richardson, Melissa Lee Rickman, Billy Joanne Riley, John Patrick Riley, David Maz Reisenhoover, Paul Maz Reisenhoover, Sarah Jean Roberts, Paul Morris Robertson, Amy Nicole Robillard, Stephen Ray Rogers, Josh Lyle Rogers, Kelly Dean Rowley, Linda Beth Ross, Beth Colleen Ryan, Brian Allen St. John, Dawn Elizabeth Sally, Claudia San Pedro, Kimberly K. Satterley, Kenta Sasaki, Foreign Exchange Student Honorary Diploma, Stephen Douglas Sayers, Sean Danae Scallon, Holly Lynette Schmidt, Victoria Ann Schrems, Elisa Jean Scott, Brian R. C., Mark Sells, Ray Sean Deanne Selman, Robert Kenneth Wayne Shahan, Rena Shana, Catherine Louise Shatley, Lisa Marie Simonelli, Stephanie Dawn Singleton, John Matthews Cavarla, Christina Slepko, Karen L. Smitty, Stacy Slovacek, Christina Deanne Smith, Darwin Smith, Eric Smith, Jamie Lynn Smith, Rodney Allen Smith, Sherry D. Smith, William Eugene Smith. William Joseph Smith. Eric Todd Snyder. William Joseph. Betty Sue South. Diana Gay Squirrel. Ricky Lynette Stacy. Angela Jan Stallings. Wendy Michelle Sousa. Robert Brian Standifer. David Standridge. Eric A. Stanfield. Jamie D. Steely. Glenda D. Stevens. Jana Ray Sterling. Cindy Jody Stewart. Stephen Lee Stice. Sherry Dawn Stinson. Jason Allen Stout. David Lee Stroud Jr. Robin Denise Stroh. Angela Dawn Sugg. Michael Brent Sullivan. Michelle Erica Suttles. Jeanette Renee Swartz. Patrick N. Sweeney. Douglas Troy Swift. Sandra Irene Swim. Kimberly Ann Taylor. Michelle Ann Taggart. Pamela Lynn Tate. Valerie Page Tachi. Mike Taylor. Cynthia Elizabeth Tejada. Rhonda D. Taylor. Michelle Dawn Thackeray. Christy Lynn Thomas. Tonette Lee Thompson. Michael Sylvester Tisdale. Max Otto Toperzier. Shanna Lee Touchstone. William Lynn Toohey. Dustin Trotter. Henry Ray Underwood. Robert C. Usry. Chris Van Berkleo. Catherine Althea Van Dyke. Chad Russell Vanis. Jennifer Lynn Varner. Steve Vassaw. James Gregory Vaughn. Eric M. Vaughn. David Vesley. Warden Bedford Vestal. Tommy Carlton Vincent II. Bhutan Viravan. Thomas Christopher Waddle. Keith Wade. Mike Walker. Tamara Denise Walker. Kristen Jane Ward. Lisa Diane Ward. Parrish John Warren. Jeannie Watford. Vanette Watford. Charles Aaron Way. Daniel Joe Weatherman. Shannon Ray Webb. Valerie Ann Weedle. Victoria Rose Waitman. Laura Margaret Welch. Kimberly Dawn Wells. Travis Sean Wellpot. Timothy Lynn Winner. Troy Robert Wenzel. Julie Ray West. Patrick H. West. Sean David West. Brandon Garrett Westcott. John Watley. Brian Douglas White. Jesse Jose White. Michelle Lee White, Isaac Damone Whitney, John Quinn Wickham, Darren Thomas Wilkinson, Michael Paul Williams, Michael Todd Williams, Robert Lonzo Williams III, Stephanie Elizabeth Williams, Scott Stewart Williamson, Jennifer Wilson, Veronique Wilson, Jackie Ray Wines, Robert F. Winters, Susan Shalon Woodard, Tricia Lee Worster, William Andrew Wright, Martin W. Yonda, Lance Allen Yates, Cameron Michelle York, David D. Young Jr., Teresa Ellen Young, Terry Lynn Zedeker, Melanie Diane Zimmerman. Will this excellent class of 1987 please stand? Please move your tassels to the left side of your cap. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand now for the benediction to be given this evening by Jenny McIntosh, a member of the class of 1987.
Let us pray. May we still remember the bright hours that found us walking over the silent hills of our childhood, or dreaming on the margin of the quiet river, when a light glowed deep within us, and we promised to have courage amid the tempest of the changing years. Spare us from bitterness and from the sharp passions of unguarded moments. May we not forget that poverty and riches are of the Spirit. Though the world know us not, may our thoughts and actions be such as shall keep us friendly with ourselves. Lift our eyes from the earth, and let us not forget the uses of the stars. Forbid that we should judge others, lest we condemn ourselves. Let us not follow the clamor of the world, but walk calmly in our paths. Give us a few friends who will love us for what we are, and keep ever burning before our steps the kindly light of hope. And though we come not within the sight of the castle of our dreams, teach us still to be thankful for life and for time's memories that are good and sweet. And may the evening's twilight find us gentle still. Amen.